Hi, it's Dwyer. It's fight day. Jose Zepeda against Regis Prograis. But first, remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Now, you got two guys. They're both punchers. These are knockout punchers. What do I mean by that? I mean the majority of each fighter's fights ends with them winning by knockout. Right? They're 33 years old. In other words, they're experienced. They know the lay of the land. They'll know when they're beaten. If they're badly hurt early in the fight and they try to mount a comeback, right, which is what Zepeda did against Ivan Baranchuk, right? He was dropped twice, got off the canvas, was in a pitched battle. Older fighters know when it's hopeless, when the comeback fails, right? Zepeda was able to win that fight. But just understand, you have two punchers. They're older. They're in their 30s. This is not the heavyweight division. These are old men, right? They're proud. And as you can imagine, if they're getting battered, and if they sense that the other guy is too strong, I believe they're going to pull the plug, right? Just like Sonny Liston did against a very young Cassius Clay, right? If anyone is going to quit on their stool, it's going to be an older fighter. Now here you have two southpaws. Don't fall into the trap of believing that neither guy is impacted because they're both southpaws, right? You need to view it like baseball. The lefties are accustomed to fighting righties, right? Being a righty is the dominant paradigm in boxing. So you have two sluggers and they're both fighting someone with a style that they're not accustomed to fighting. Don't focus on the fact that they themselves are southpaws. Focus on the fact that both of them have fought most of their fights against right-handed fighters. So what that tells me is that the angles are going to be different. Heavy punches are going to land. I believe the casinos have made a mistake here. The over-under is too high. They've placed it at 10.5 rounds. That gives you 10 full rounds and half of the 11th. Right? I believe the base bet here, given the fact that these are two knockout punchers, given the fact that they're both fighting southpaws, the base bet is the under 10.5 rounds, especially given that the casinos have messed up the pricing of this fight to the point where they're giving you better than even odds for the under 10.5 rounds. You're getting a plus 110. Right? No need to put a bow on the package. At 10.5 rounds, I'm taking the under for the Daredevils. If you want extra spice here, I think it's a very competitive fight. I think both guys have at least a 40% chance of winning the fight, which would be a plus 150. To me, that should be the outer limit for either guy. Right? This is a competitive fight. Both of these guys are proven. Both of these guys have power. Both of these guys have fought big-time opposition. But yet, the casinos are giving you not a plus 150 on the underdog, who happens to be Jose Zepeda. No, they're giving you not a plus 200 on Jose Zepeda, not a plus 300 on Jose Zepeda. No, they're giving you a plus 375 on Jose Zepeda. Now, let's be blunt. I expect Regis to win the fight, but I think it's close. At a plus 375, I believe I'm being compensated for the risk. The hedge, with the base bet of under 10.5 rounds, the hedge is Jose Zepeda simply to win the fight. Folks, there's going to be a lot of talent on both sides of the ring. Right? This bet makes itself. In a fight this competitive, the minute they tell you one of the fighters is going off at a plus 375, and that guy doesn't have a broken leg, that guy recently hasn't checked into a rehab program, that guy is healthy. The minute they say a plus 375, your response should be, I'm going to put some money on that. By the way, tell me the fighter I'm betting on. I'll take the plus 375. Then your next question is, okay, who's the fighter I'm getting in this fight? This is highly competitive. Expect a classic. I'm also expecting a stoppage. I like the under 10.5 rounds at plus 110. Right, folks? If you're getting an under 10.5, the casino could even cut it to a minus 130. I'm in. Right? I like the under 10.5. I got a plus 110, better than even money odds. I'll hedge the play with Zepeda at plus 375. Let me tell you how I actually played it. I saw Zepeda at a little bit less than a plus 300, and I thought, you've got to be kidding. I made a judgment that that line was out of whack and that it was going to drop precipitously. So I grabbed it. I think I got around a plus 280. Imagine my surprise this morning, fight day, when I found out that that line has jumped to a plus 375. Obviously, some whale someplace has stepped in and has put a lot of money on Regis, skewing the line, right? Let's just say, had I not bet Zepeda at plus 280, roughly, I would be in the water today trying to swim with the sharks, trying to grab the plus 375, right? So I like the under 10.5, right? At the plus 110, hedged with Zepeda to win. Folks, if you're getting Zepeda anywhere above a plus 250, then it's Christmas 1 month early, right? Those odds are completely unjustified. Both of these fighters are armed and dangerous. Both of them have a lot of power. I'm expecting a stoppage. That's how I see it. Let me hear from you. I need for you to understand the risk involved, though. If Regis wins by decision, and his fight against Josh Taylor did go the distance, right? If Regis wins by decision or wins after the midway point of the 11th round, you lose it all. That's how I see it. Let me hear from you. I look forward to your comments. Thanks for stopping by.